Hello, I'm Hardy, and this year I participated in OC-tober for the first time. To the ones who don't know what OC-tober is, it's when an artist follows a list of prompts to draw their original characters in. One prompt for each day until the month is over. I did not do that because I love doing everything at the last second, so I ended up completing the prompt in November. But other than that, this challenge was great for me, because it ended up forcing me into improving my art. The original prompt list is by Chalky Duster on Instagram. Thank you for making this. I like all the little things you came up with, and they were all super fun to draw. So, I've barely posted about my characters at all, but just pretend I have, and I'll hopefully do something about them in the future. Okay, speed paint time. Day 1. Me. Day 2. So, I've seen these star onesies for babies going around, and so I thought it would be funny to draw that. I finally drew the main character for my story, Marcus. It took an entire year to do it, but hey, I finally did it. And how does one fit into a baby onesie? They have to be a baby. So, enjoy, baby Marcus. Day 3 was OC in your outfit. So, whatever day this was, I had this specific outfit on, and I drew my guy Drew. Yes, that's his name. And I didn't like his face. I changed it like 3 different times, to the point I changed his entire head. Be prepared for me to change it again at one point, because I don't like him. Day 4, beach fit. This is Leanne, but I've compressed her, so I don't have to draw her proper anatomy. So yeah, she's just this, little thing right here. I think the outfit's cute, and I like the colors, so this is like my top 3 favorites of the drawings I've done. Day 5 is OC ship, and this is when I finally kind of start to lock in. I barely render, and I haven't rendered for a while, but I still like the colors to this, because this is a redraw of the painting The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. And the OCs in here are Benjamin and Lucia, and they're in their early 20s in this picture. They usually don't look this young. And Benjamin's hair doesn't look this greased up most of the time. And it was fun, but very, very time consuming. But here they are. Day 6. Formal clothes. Marcus again, but he's actually his age this time. This kid's got some long legs. What the heck? Why did I do that? I don't know. Change of plan, guys. He's 6 feet tall instead of 5'4". I don't know. Day 7. 1 week complete now. I am getting through this. I have yet to slow down. I thought I was unstoppable at this point. Now, at around this time, I was obsessed with this specific image of this woman throwing dirt. And I thought it was so funny. I couldn't get over it. It was like my new reaction, to everything. So I obviously had to draw my OC Brie in this, because I couldn't get this thing out of my head. Next up, swapped style. So I drew these old guys, and, they're old. Okay, day 9, decora. I looked at a bunch of pictures of decora fashion online and stuff, but I don't know how artists draw this. I think the style is beautiful. I love decora fashion, but I also like to make my art as simple looking as possible from, like, you know, the perspective of someone who's gonna, like, animate the characters. So, having two things I like, which is, like, accessories in real life clothing and simplicity in, my own art, when those things clash, they don't mix very well. So I was just confused the whole time, and this doesn't really look like decora, so if I ever try to redraw this, if somebody is, like, familiar with, like, drawing this kind of way, please critique me. Day 10 is cosplaying. This is Dominic and Bree, and I've drawn them the most out of everyone else because I'm really interested. Like, what I do is, I don't have a favorite character, I don't think. I just have like 40 OCs, and then I rotate between them every few months. So that's just how I develop all their stories and stuff. I just become, like, interested in them out of the blue for like 2 weeks or something, and then I switch to someone else, and it just keeps going, and it's been like that for 5 or 6 years now. But I drew them as Shigo and Draxum from Kim Possible, and I've had this idea for years now, but I never got to it, and now I can finally do it. I've finally got an excuse to do this. Yahoo! Day 11 with a friend's OC or whatever. Tobias belongs to that guy draws, and Circus is mine. Moving on. 12. I drew the kiddos because the prompt was Space AU, so they're all little aliens and stuff, and I think they're really cute looking. I'm gonna show them each individually because I want you guys to see the designs and stuff. I wanted to make them all look like aliens. Like, we got the green Martian, we got the I don't know, blue star thing, and then we got the little bugs shield thing. They're all cute little guys. I want to squash them like little bugs in, like, the nicest way possible. 13, summer clothes. I do not like this one. These are not my characters. They're evil versions of them trying to replace them, and I don't like the way I did it. I butchered their designs, and Benjamin gets the most horrendous sunburn possible as punishment. Day 14. This is Tungsten. His name is Tungsten because his dad is horrible at naming people. And I decided to use grayscale as an experiment on this one, and I think I like the colors. That's all I really gotta say. Oh yeah, this was like band/idol AU. So he's like a bard or whatever, and this is like a more modern time. So I tried to give him kind of like emo fashion. Do emo bards exist? I think that'd be kind of cool. I'd like to listen to an emo bard's music. I'd like to hear their ballads. Day 15, OC and artist. Aha, look, it's me and Drew. Yay! Day 16, mermaid AU. This is Who, spelled H-U, like the Mandarin word for tiger. And I normally associate her with tigers because of that. So I planned on making her into some kind of tiger shark or tigerfish mermaid. But my brother said, do a barracuda because that fits her more. So I was like, okay, fish are fish. I hope it looks like she has a bear trap on her head because that's what that's supposed to be. A human head with a bear trap on it. But I remember while drawing this, I sent this to some of my friends. They said it looked like a little shark guy poking out, which is, I guess it's cute, but it was not what I was going for at all. Day 17, snow outfit. This one took me a while. but it's gotta be one of my favorites. I tried to use only blue for everything and then add the little drop of orange to direct the eyes, and I think it turned out pretty good. This is Benjamin yet again. This is probably in like my top 3 favorite OC-tober drawings. This is like number 2. Yeah, I found out I like drawing snow. Day 18, Sci-Fi AU. In the far, far future of a different universe, Bree gets a minigun. Yeah, this doesn't look super sci-fi because I'm not familiar with the genre, but at least she gets to have a giant weapon. This is my first time drawing a minigun, and I think it's pretty cool. Day 19, school uniform. I drew these kids, placeholder name here and placeholder name here, and with that giant bow on her head and that little bow tie with patterns on it, they are definitely getting dress coded. I can feel it in my bones. It's a canon event. Cute outfits though. Day 20. Wow, we're getting closer. We're almost there. The prompt is OC with a fandom character. Well, Drew has unnecessarily bright blue eyes, and so does Gojo. So I drew them together. I know there are other characters with bright blue eyes, but Gojo was the first guy who came to mind. It's pretty funny imagining an interaction between these two because of how absurd it feels to me. Like, we got regular guy and the strongest. I also found a cool brush to mess with, so that's whatever's going on in this part. Day 21. Different hairstyle. I like the lighting on this, but it also makes me realize how simple my characters look. I settled on just removing almost all of her features in this drawing so she doesn't take away, so she doesn't convey any specific emotion and you can just focus on her hair. Because I'm really proud, even though it looks like it's a sketch and it's basically just a sketch, I'm really proud of the little curled, little wavy swirl things. I don't know what they're called, but those. This is Onyx, by the way. Her name is cooler than her design. Day 22, Circus AU. My brother suggested something yet again because he's always there when I don't know what to do. I'm like, who should I draw for the circus AU prompt? And he's like, you should draw Dominic, Bree, and Steve, and then have them cosplay as the circus trio from Dandy's World. And I was like, wow, okay. It's an odd combination, but I like this. I like this drawing. I think they're very cute. I simplified the simple drawings even more, and now they're basically just round-headed bean things with spiky little limbs. It reminds me of, like, you know when you have an avocado and you decide to impale it 4 times and hang it above a glass of water? That's what they look like to me. Day 23. The prompt was gothic. All I had to do was pick one of my characters and draw them in goth clothing and maybe some makeup too. That's all I had to do. But my brother steps on in and he goes, you know, you should draw a gothic cathedral. And do you know what I did? This one is my favorite #1 OC-tober drawing of all time, simply because I might as well appreciate what took me the longest to draw. Oh, and Dominic's right there, so it counts as OC-oriented. Day 24 is different species. Most of my characters are human, or at least humanoid, so I decided different species could count as turning my persona into a fursona. Rabbit for specificity. I've only drawn furries 3 to 4 times before, but I think this is really cute. I'd actually like to draw this more often. I love being a little rabbit. I love eating grass. I love jumping at the smallest noise. I love staring at people judgingly. Day 25. Almost done! The prompt was style swap with a friend's OC, so I drew Circuits and Tobias again. Tobias, he's like a really uptight fella who always wears ties and vests and dressers and stuff. And Circuits doesn't wear anything. So I guess this is petty theft for getting kicked into the sun or something. Day 26, Pajamas. This one was a pretty quick sketch of Lucia and Juliet. Say hi, Juliet. She is the... Day 27, Miku. Miku design. Every Miku is canon. So, if I may, I shall throw this thing into the mix. Welcome to the world, Onexuni Miku. This was pretty fun, because I didn't know it was so easy to draw braids until now. The design, a bit odd, but I think she's cute. I was surprised to see Miku was on the prompt list, but it was a pleasant surprise. Day 28, personality swap. I really like taking my little brain children, taking out their little brains and mixing them up so they act all different, because it's funny to see what they do in each other's with each other's personalities and stuff. I drew my guy Steve for day 29, prompt being casual clothes, and I remember when I first drew him in this shirt. This is gonna become something I do every 2 years. I'm gonna keep doing this till the end of time. Day 30 was videogame AU, so I did a mock scenario of a sort of RPG screenshot where Marcus is chasing down some generic bad guy, and I think it turned out pretty good. I really enjoy pixel art, these kinds of RPG story mode. I think it would be really cool if I made a game for my characters, but unfortunately, I cannot code, and I have different aspirations in life. So maybe in another universe. For now, I can only dream. Final day. That concludes my 2025 OC-tober. It was a cool experiment with different ideas, but I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna do this again. I'm glad I actually stuck with the prompt list and actually got through the whole thing. I feel like that's a pretty good milestone for myself, because I'm not giving up so easily. And I hope I get to post about my characters more, and I hope I get to keep improving in my art. Character designs are guaranteed to change and will probably never be posted. Bye!